Hello and welcome to Bits Play Games. This is Bits Play's Emio The Smiling Man. I'm gonna just check this out and see what it's about, because it definitely at least seems interesting. So let's jump in. All names, characters, businesses, places, events, and incidents in this game are fictitious. Any resemblance to actual person, places, or events is purely coincidental. It was a nice day, the kind of day where you want to take a deep breath and savor the moment. Good morning, Mr. Forgive, I'm going to butcher all these names. Asugi. I'm ready for my workday at the Usugi Detective Academy. I wonder if there's like an English dubbed version or if there will be. Okay. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Nice weather, isn't it? Maybe we should tidy up, open a window. The like slight nod there. He didn't object, so I went to open the window. That's when. I kind of like this animation kind of going on during these things. Usugi Detective Agency. Usugi speaking. How can I help you? Is that right? I understand. I'll be right there. What's going on? Who was that? That was Kamada requesting our services. I'm heading to the scene, and you're coming with me. Inspector Kamada called us. Yes, sir. All right. Ooh, we're getting the eerie music. Prologue. A face. Scene of the crime. I definitely like the vibe though, like it kind of gives that, and the animation and everything, it kind of brings you in. Mr. Tsugi drove us to the drainage pump station in Kafuku City. You're from the Usugi Detective Agency, right? Glad you can make it. Of course. Okay, here we go with this gameplay here. I haven't played many of these games, so I'm very much out of my element here. So let's think first, because we're absorbing the scene here. What the hell happened? I mean, that's pretty much what I'm actively thinking. Ask/listen. What's the situation? It's a body, I'm afraid. Got an anonymous tip this morning. The victim was young, I'd say middle school. You never get used to this kind of thing. Maybe I should think first. Where's Mr. Tsugi? I could use some help with this guy. Okay. Let's ask the cause of death. The victim was strangled, so it's asphyxiation. Time of death? Our best guess right now is around 9 o'clock last night. Our observation so far? Let me think about that. Okay, well, I think this is what I gotta do. Let's call Mr. Usugi. Mr. Usugi's over there talking to the police. Let's just listen to what people have to say for now. What the heck? I think I already asked this. He's wearing a school uniform, local junior high. Beyond that, we don't have a confirmed ID yet. Let's try. Okay, well then what the heck do you want me to do? Let's think. Let's listen for now. Like, I asked everything. Our observation so far? Let me think about that. Okay, so I'm like... Can I, like, move around? the victim could have been strangled with rope or a cord, some kind of string? I'm sorry, but that's all the info I have about that. Oh, but there was another observation. Okay. Oh, what is it? Well, it's not every day you find a body, let alone one that looks like this. Like what? I get chills just thinking about it. Never seen anything like it before. So... I don't think I can describe it. You might just have to see for yourself. Okay, let's take a look. Where? Can we... Okay, will you take me to see the victim? I shouldn't have said anything. Come on, you can't just bring it up. Do you have the right kind of clearance for that? I might need to check with someone. Okay, like why you gotta tell me I should see it for myself? On the other hand, I hate to bug them. You've done this before, right? You're letting me? Thanks, I appreciate your help. Just, you know, don't touch anything or anything like that. Hey, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, this is an active crime scene, officer. Your job is to keep the looky-loos out. No, you don't understand, Detective Kuze. This guy's supposed to be here. I'll explain. Hi, my name's... Hold that thought. Let's find somewhere else to talk. Alright, where did you say... What did you say your name was? Please enter your first name. Alright, we're just gonna go with Ben. Oops. Okay, there we go. Please enter your last name. Oh, come on now. Ben. We're just gonna go with Ben Bits. My name's Ben Bits. I'm here with the Utsugi Detective Agency. What? You're a PI? Who hired you? Well... Sorry, you're not getting out of that. This is the answer to the question. So, it sounds like you're about to ask me a question, but you still haven't answered mine. This detective seems pretty tense. I get the sense she's not happy about us being called in. Look, if you want to investigate, you're gonna have to answer my questions first. What the heck? Like, what am I supposed to do here? Well? She's so tense. I bet if I look closely, I could see the stress on her face. Okay. This must be Detective Kuze. She seems like she takes crime scene security pretty seriously. Wow. Oh, Kuze. I see you've already met our friend here. Kamada. Oh, Inspector Kamada, good to see you. You don't mind a little outside help on this one, do you? This is Mr. Isugi, a private detective, and this is his assistant, Ben Bits. But sir, Isugi and I go way back, don't we? It's just a shame we're reconnecting over such unpleasant business. It's a pleasure to meet you, Detective Kuze. I'm sorry to interrupt your good work here. That's okay. It's nice to meet you too. You know, it's the strangest thing, but I feel like we've met before. I don't think so. I haven't worked with any PIs before. In any case, I need to get back to the scene, Inspector Kamada, if you would excuse me. Sheesh. Alright. Let's ask about the victim again. Oh, the poor kid was just in middle school. You hate to see it. Poor kid. She's surprisingly strict, no? But don't take it personally, Bits. Kuze's the best we've got, but she can be hard on the others herself, too. Hope she didn't rub you the wrong way, kid. No, sir. This is a tough situation, I get it. Kami, you're late! What's that? Oh, here we go again. Sir, what did you mean when you said, here we go again? I meant what I said. Male detective. Sorry I'm late, partner. The traffic was bad and I forgot my briefcase, so I had to go back and... Have you been drinking? You might be able to pull this with another partner, but not me. Come on, give me a break. What a mess. Yeesh, she's really ripping into him. Sorry about that, kid. Nothing to do with you. I'm feeling a bit sorry for the other detective. It's not Kuze's fault, but she sure does seem off today. Tread lightly. Alright, let's look. Sorry, kid, but that's out of the question at the moment. Until you ask the right questions. Where? It looks like the officers are sifting for clues in that garbage. Illegally dumped garbage. What are people thinking, dumping their garbage here? Okay. Sign says illegal dumping is punishable by up to 5 years in prison or a fine of 10 million yen, and yet... I can talk to Mr. Sugi back at the office. Wonder what's behind those trees. Okay. Is there anything else I haven't observed? Weeds. Doesn't look like anyone walked on the grass there. Oh my gosh. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else to ask here. Let's think. Didn't the first officer I spoke to say that the victim looked strange? Inspector Kamada would know about the victim's condition. Well, I heard that the state of this victim is slightly disturbing. You could say that. That's part of the reason I've called Mr. Utsugi. Oh, what would that have to do with Mr. Utsugi? Anyway, I'm sure that you'd like to get your eyes on him, and I'd take you right over, but I'm afraid that forensics is examining the body right now. It's been transferred. And well, I'm not sure Detective Kuze would allow you two to get a look. Good old Kuze following police procedures to a T. Yeah. But look, here's what I can share with you. This is how he looked when we found him. Ooh, okay, there we go with the Smiling Man. You can see the mark on the neck from where he was strangled there. Oh. Let's wrap this up for now. You good with that, Ben? Yeah, I mean, yes, sir, Mr. Utsugi. I'm sorry you had to come all this way. It's quite alright. Let's be in touch. Yeah, it's like we come all the way out here and they're like, yeah, don't look at anything. You know what? Actually, we don't need you there. But yeah, there's the photo. Okay, it's definitely creepy. Oh, we're getting a little inside look here. Dang. Oh, it was like a junior high girl. Oh, you look sad. Oh, you look sad, but you don't have to cry anymore. Oh no. After all, I can give you a smile that will last forever. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh my gosh, and that little sign, it looks like someone with a bag on their head. That's creepy. So that might have been the demo. Let's see. Did it just restart? Oh no, that was the prologue I just did. Utsugi Detective Agency. Wasn't easy to look at the victim, was it? It never is, but yeah. Alright, let's ask and listen. We got a few more details. The victim's name was Isuke Sasaki. He was just 15, still in middle school. Oh, okay, it was a boy. As you heard, the official cause of death was asphyxiation by strangulation. The police suspect homicide. There were no signs of a struggle, which point to a surprise attack or someone the victim knew. That's just me speculating, though. In any case, what I'm most concerned about is the point, at this point, is the paper bag. Right, what do you think it means? The thing is, I've seen it before. It must have been 18 years ago now. We had a rash of cases like this one. Victims found with paper bags on their heads. Exactly. Exactly that. It's not something I thought I'd ever see again. It was 18 years ago, Kafuku City. We had multiple victims, all young girls. All girls. Let's see, I believe we had 3 victims, all girls between the ages of 13 and 19. And the killer used bare hands, manual strangulation. When we found them, they all had paper bags on their heads with smiling faces drawn on them. We couldn't establish any connection between the victims, they all were just around the same age. And I'm sorry to say we never solved the case, their killer is still out there. So we could be looking at... Yeah, it could be the same person. Oh man. 3 teenage girls strangled to death by hand. What a nightmare. It's a lot to take in, I know, but do you have any thoughts on the case so far? It doesn't quite add up. 3 female victims 18 years ago. And now a middle school boy. Poyasuki Sasaki. Why target a boy this time? If it was the same person. Okay. Come to think of it, we hardly ever use this radio. It's the office phone. Oh, he got a working answering machine a few years ago. I should probably stay focused on what Mr. Itsugi has to say for now. It doesn't quite add up. Why would a serial killer who targeted girls 18 years ago come back? and target a boy, Itsuki Sasaki. Yeah, I'm asking myself the same question. We have to consider the possibility that the previous victims all being female was a coincidence. We always look for a pattern, but we could be overthinking it. I wish we had a little bit more to work with. Still, I can't shake the feeling that there's a connection. I trust you've been keeping good notes. You never know when a seemingly trivial detail will make all the difference. Any important information you gather will automatically be recorded in your notebook. To open and review your notes, move the cursor to the Open Notebook and press A button. Why don't you open up your notebook right now? Let me see if you got everything. Okay, so we have the victim here, me, Kuze, the other detective, the other guy there. Okay, let's see. Let's go here. Okay, here's the victim, 15-year-old junior high student, a student of Minami Daisen Junior High, the apparent victim of a murder. His body was found at a pump station in Kofuku City. Okay. Isuke's cause of death was asphyxiation due to strangulation. It appears he was choked with a rope-like object. His estimated time of death was 9 p.m. A paper bag with a smile drawn on it was found on the victim's head. The condition of Isuke's body was similar to the victims of serial murders of girls 18 years ago in Kofuku City. Okay. Okay, she's a detective working this case. That's me, 19 years old, an assistant detective at the Itsugi Detective Agency. Okay, 55, Inspector Kamada is lead on the Itsugi Sasasuke case. He's apparently known Itsugi for a long time. Here's my guy, director of the Itsugi Detective Agency. He has known Inspector Kamada from the police force for a long time. I don't know, maybe it's significant that we now have a male victim. Was there something else he said that I'm missing? There are no voicemails. Ayumi isn't here yet. Okay, I figured it was gonna just get to that, Ayumi coming in. Ah, that must be Ayumi. Okay. Hi, guys. Hey, Ayumi. Am I interrupting something? You both look so serious. Itsugi and I told Ayumi everything we knew. You're joking, right? That's an urban legend. Haven't you heard of Emio? You know the Smiling Man.
Emio?
Ooh. I don't know. The way that Itsugi just said that sounded like Emio. Maybe it was. Maybe I'm just hearing things, but that sounded like Emio. That's creepy. Tell me about the Smiling Man, Ayumi. You might also hear him called Emio, a name that uses the characters for smile and man. And it's an urban legend? Well, the story goes that a man wearing a paper bag with a smiley face on it appears in front of a crying girl. A paper bag with a smiley face on it? Are you serious? Yes, of course. There we go with the music. That was creepy when he sounded like him, though. I wonder if it's just like things to get you weirded out. So like I said, the Smiling Man appears in front of a crying girl with a paper bag on his head, and he says, "Ah, you look sad, but you don't have to cry anymore. After all, I can give you a smile that will last forever." Yikes. And they always find the victim afterward with a paper bag on her head, just like the Smiling Man wore. Wow. Anyway, that's the most common version of the story. You said that the most common version of the story. What are some other versions? Well, some say that if you stop crying and smile at the Smiling Man, he'll walk away instead of killing you. It's kind of weird. But I've also heard that if you look directly at his face, he's definitely gonna kill you. So smile and he walks away. Look at his face and he kills you. Got it. It's always a crying girl, though. All versions agree on that part. Huh? So the thing about urban legends is that they're not all legends. Some of them hold a kernel of truth. For now, I'm treating this as valuable information. I'd say we have a lot of work to do, so let's split up and get to it. Oh, but first I'd like you to take these. Are those cell phones? Cool. Please be in touch if there are any developments. Go on, take them. Take? What? I will take you, Smiling Man. Wonder if it mattered which one I took. Thanks, I'll keep it close by. Yes, thank you. Now if you'll excuse me, I've got to follow up on something. I'd like both of you to work together and decide the best way to split up your research, understood? Yes, sir, understood. Yeah, got it, see you later, sir. Okay, so how do you want to tackle this, Ayumi? I think we should start by reviewing our notes and seeing if there's anything we can deduce. Good plan. I think we should start by... okay. Well, can I open my notebook? Okay, Emio the Smiling Man is a famous urban legend. Supposedly, the Smiling Man appears in front of crying girls with a paper bag on his head with a smiling face drawn on it. He tells the girls that they don't have to cry anymore because he will give them a permanent smile and then kills them. The story goes that the Smiling Man leaves his victims where they were killed with the same type of paper bag on their heads as he wears. The story of the Smiling Man is eerily reminiscent of a real series of murders that took place 18 years ago. Some say that if you laugh when you meet him, the Smiling Man won't kill you. Others say if you look at his face, he will kill you. Okay. Ayumi, an assistant detective at the Itsugi Detective Agency. So we have a victim, Itsuki Sasaki, discovered this morning. Oh my gosh. Based on what we know so far, I suspect homicide. Based on what we know so far, I suspect homicide. I think you're right. Now, Isuke was wearing a paper bag with a smile on it when he was found, and there's a certain similarity. It's just like the Smiling Man urban legend. It's not exactly like the urban legend because they're all girls. It's like the real-life case of the Smiling Man. Or you mean the urban legend? Come on, I mean, it's real life when it's... Come on. It's not just like... Yes, of course. There's like, if you don't say it how they want it to, if it affects like the dialogue when you move forward. But what if the urban legend is based on an actual murders that took place 18 years ago in Kofuku City? It's possible a horrible incident like that could have spawned such a morbid story, right? Still, we need to establish some sort of connection. The victim was a boy, right? That's right, and all three victims in the older cases were girls, according to Mr. Tsugi. Yeah, it doesn't seem likely that was only a coincidence. It's probably relevant. That poor kid, Isuke, covered in one of those horrible paper bags. Yeah. Was there anything else on your mind? What am I missing? Oh, should I mention that we met the detective assigned to the case? Her name's Kuze. Tsugi seemed to recognize her from somewhere. Has Mr. Tsugi worked with her before? I'm not sure, I didn't ask. Huh? Well, where do we go from here? How about you help me? Well, let me think again. Great question. Wish I had the answer. Well, maybe it's worth checking in with the police again. Forensics could have dug something up by now. Good idea. If it's alright with you, I think I'll try to find out more about the victim. Poor guy. That would be helpful, thanks. Well, let's call forensics. Yumi, Mr. Tsugi, office. Well, that's all our numbers. Oh, well, I don't have that number. You know where the precinct is, right? Do you need the address? No, I've got it. Oh, okay. Guess we're going to the police station. Alright, see you later. And good luck. I don't think we're ready for that yet, but if we keep working together, maybe one day. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm off. See you later. I don't know what she meant by that last part. I wonder if Inspector Kamada is even here. I should try talking to someone nearby. I'll see if one of these officers can help. Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but can you help me out? Police officer. Hello, sir. How can I help you? Do you know if the inspector is available? You must mean Inspector Kamada, right? Oh yes, sorry about that. Actually, where do I know you from? Haven't we met before? You're so familiar, but... See if I can... She's... It's you! Yes, that's me. And you are? With the Itsugi Detective Agency, that's right. I'm sorry, you looked familiar, but I don't remember your name. Oh, that's right, I'm Ben Bitz. Of course, great to see you, Ben. It's been a while. Did you transfer to this precinct? I mean, I should have recognized you right away. I suppose it was the glasses that threw me off. Oh, right, I usually wear contacts, and yeah, I transferred here a while back. I remember her being a pretty sharp investigator. Alright, Inspector Kamada did mention that someone might be coming by. I suppose it's you. I'll go see if he's available. Oh, this person. Well. Is this the supposed PI? Who's this? Oh, it's the guy Kuze was yelling at this morning. Just kidding, buddy, but Inspector Kamada is busy right now, so I've been assigned to help you out. The name's Daisuke Kamiyahara. The Daisuke Kamiyahara. You can call me Dice if you want. Most people want. Okay, well, I'm Ben Bitz. I'm with the Itsugi Detective Agency. Let me use my brilliant intuition to deduce why you're here. Scoping out the murder, right? That's right. Normally we give your team a little more space, but the case is already so unusual. Don't even sweat it. I'm your guy. Hit me up. I'll tell you anything, and I mean anything. I meant about the victim, although sure, I'll take personal questions too. Why is he like this? Sorry to jump in, but you're going to need to take this conversation somewhere else. Oh, fine, we can, quote-unquote, follow procedure if you insist. Thank you so much. Right, this way, boy detective, to the fabulous interrogation chamber. Is this guy for real? And really, boy detective, well, maybe I can get something useful. Help yourself. Oh, thanks, I could use some tea. Yeah, enjoy it, bro. She never makes fresh tea for me. Right. Dude, my eyes are up here. Yeah, let's not give him the wrong idea here. So about the case. Right. Not like you came here for tea. Get it? Right. Am I right? Fine. Now, where did you want to start? The victim. You already have a few details, right? Victim's name and age. That's right. His name's Suke Sasaki. He was only 15 years old. I visited the scene this morning. Yeah, I saw you there. And I saw you there getting verbally spanked by Detective Kuze in front of everyone. Yep. Let's go. Time of death. They're telling us it was around 9 p.m. last night. And in that time, it would have been pitch black out there. No street lights at all. Great murder spot, obviously. We still don't know why the kid would have been out there at that time, of course. We found the body at the pumping station, deserted location, you know? Yeah, you were there. I think it was one of those early morning joggers that found it. Joggers always finding bodies. We still have no idea what the kid was doing out there that time of night. But we haven't ruled out that someone driving by may have seen something. It's right next to the road. Let's drink some tea. Cheers. Not bad, right? Bet you don't get to enjoy tea from a beautiful lady often. Yeah, it's good. Hits the spot. Was that a backhanded... Oh, whatever. Fresh tea. And she didn't bring me a cup. I'll ask for one in a little bit, I guess. I'm guessing he's going to get a no. I can't wait. Okay, let's see. Let's think. I should keep listening to Detective Kamihara. Let's go about the victim again. I mean, it's crazy, right? Would I have gone out there as a middle schooler at that hour? Probably not. Now, this whole thing is depressing. As you know, the victim had a paper bag over his head when we found him. Not just any paper bag, right? It had a smiley face on it. Yeah, it was creepy as hell, man. And the bag was all dank and old, too. Ugh, I'd die. What do you mean by dank and old? Ooh, that's a clue there. Forensic is taking a look at it now. I don't know, it just looked gross to me, but we'll see what they find. Yeah, so did you hear that there were some murders like this a while back? I did. They're talking about the young girls who were killed 18 years ago. Yeesh, it's like you already know everything. That's our boy detective. This guy keeps pushing that button. So I guess you already knew that those victims had paper bags with smiley faces too, Mr. Smarty Pants. Thought so. Anyway, that's obviously going to figure into this investigation. Right, we'll call it a complicated case. Well, it's a complicated case. So riddle me this, boy detective. All those victims were girls, and serial killers love their patterns. But our victim is a boy. Strange, isn't it? Yeah, it is. But there's another major difference between those victims and ours that I bet you haven't thought of. Care to hazard a guess? Well... Yeah, they were strangled differently, not with bare hands. They were strangled differently. Survey says, you're right! Huh, maybe you are a full-grown detective after all. Ah, I remembered that one. The victim could have been strangled with rope or a cord, some kind of string. You could even tell by the bruise on there. The previous victims were killed barehanded, but Isuke Sasaki was strangled with a rope or string. Ding, ding, ding! There was no murder weapon 18 years ago. Pretty big difference if you ask me. Okay, Isuke's case. We're obviously going to be taking everything into account, including the murders from 18 years ago. Okay, that's all from there. You want to talk about 18 years ago, huh? No, why? Were you even alive at that time? Yes, I was 1 year old. I mean, technically, I was 1 year old. I knew you were a baby, and there you are, a full-fledged private investigator. Maybe I should have been a PI. It must be cool not to have to play by the rules. A certain someone wouldn't be breathing down my neck all the time. Hey, I'm serious. You think your boss would take me on? Haha. Haha. Wait, do you remember anything about the case from 18 years ago? Yep, I was in elementary school and it was all over the news. The victims weren't much older than me. I wasn't worried about it, but the school and everyone's parents sure were. They made us walk to school in groups, and they had a whole neighborhood watch thing going. It was like we were in a parade. Ridiculous. Really? No, not really. It's called a metaphor. Try to keep up. Anyway, every day we'd gather in the gym to make sure we were all there. Sometimes one kid would be missing. Boy, did that cause a panic. Well, sure. Yeah, sometimes it was me. I could hear them all yelling out for me and screaming everywhere looking. It sounds super annoying. Of course, some parents would just pick up their kids from school to avoid it all. When I think back, I guess I was pretty sheltered. Sorry to all the teachers I annoyed. Anyway, since all the kids were safely inside before sundown, I guess we didn't give the killer anyone to kill. Huh. Maybe I should workshop that joke. Yeah. Dang. Okay, anything else about this? You know, I really don't remember the whole paper bag part of the story. Oh? Yeah, I mean, it was 18 years ago. I guess I just forgot. But it was pretty shocking. How could I forget that? Paper bags? Really? I feel like I would have remembered that. Let's think. If he was in elementary school 18 years ago, how old is he? He looks like an experienced detective, maybe a bit young, but still. He's a real oddball. I wonder if he's heard the Smiling Man urban legend. I'd say he's old enough to have heard it. Detective Kamihara, are you familiar with the urban legend known as the Smiling Man? Did you say the Smiling Man? I did. You know, like the man who's smiling, they call him Emio sometimes? Ah, I don't know. What's the story behind it? I explained the whole thing to Detective Kamihara, just the way Ayumi explained it to me. Whoa. I see. Ah, there. I feel like I heard that little distortion in the audio again. Maybe I'm just hearing things. I see what you mean about the similarities between that story and this case. Is there any connection? It couldn't be just a coincidence, could it? Did I sound like I was deducing something awesome just then? I did, right? Maybe, I guess. I totally did. Anyway, joking aside, that's definitely something to think about. So, thanks for sharing. Yeah, the Smiling Man urban legend is pretty similar to this case, and the murders from 18 years ago. Urban legends, man. Okay, nothing to say. Let's think again. He's dead silent. What's up with that? He looks worried. Why is he staring at me like that so intensely? He might have an observation to share. Maybe he's more of a detective than I'd ever give him credit for. You know, now that I think about it, there's one other thing we haven't considered. Go on? Well, it's just, the officer who was just here seemed like she kind of liked you, didn't it? Oh my gosh. I'm jealous. Eh? She's hot, right? Oh, woman. That hot, and she wears a police uniform? Now that's a legend. Oh boy. I'm so glad she transferred to this division. It's like destiny. Oh, wow. And that's why they call me Dice. I'm sure a lucky bastard, I tell you. Kami! Huh? Oh, hi there, ma'am. I didn't see you there. So it's Kuze. Ma'am, what's that supposed to mean? What are you two blathering about? Do your job. We've got a murder to solve. No, it's not what you think. I mean, maybe it is. This guy won't shut up about how hot our coworker is. Oh my gosh. He's all like, ooh, in the uniform and peace, de resistance. What? Anyway, I'll get back to work. Toodles. Have fun, buddy. He's leaving just like that? Sorry about that. Anyway, sorry about this morning as well. Oh, okay. I guess I haven't even really introduced myself. I'm Detective Kuze, Junko Kuze, Investigation Division 1. Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm from the Itsugi Detective Agency. Ben Bit. Sorry to bother you this morning. No, it's my fault. I didn't realize the inspector had called you guys in. It's no problem at all. That said, don't get in my way, understand? Oh, right, of course. Well, let's get right into asking. So, sorry, I have work to do, excuse me. And she's gone. Maybe I should just ask Inspector Kamada if Inspector Kamada is still busy, just in case. What's this? Come on, just one cup, okay? Why don't you brew it yourself? It's Detective Kamihara. I just really want you to brew it for me. I can't believe he's begging like that. It's for the good of the investigation, trust me. Oof. Oh, hey, boy detective. Are you really leaving already? Okay, bye, I guess. Took that one on the nose. Shrug it off, Dice. Hey, you saw all of that? Yeah, but I have some unrelated questions. Alright, let's find somewhere to talk. So were you able to get some info from Detective Kamihara? Or, yes, more or less. I was wondering if Inspector Kamada is available. I'm sorry, but I'm told his meeting is running long. Ah, I see. Maybe I should come back tomorrow. Let's see. She's as lovely as ever. Ooh. Okay. Maybe there is some history there. I've worked with a lot of detectives, but that one, well, he's something special. You might not want to follow in his footsteps if you catch my drift. Noted. You've grown up a bit, haven't you? Oh my gosh. Ben Bits, relax. There's no sign of Inspector Kamada. Alright. Alright, I guess it's wants me to head out. If you'll excuse me, I should head out. Please give Inspector Kamada my thanks for his help. Sounds good. Safe travels. Tsugi Detective Agency. Hello, I'm back. Ah, welcome back, Ben. Welcome back. So how did it go today? Well, I went to the precinct to see what I could find out. But Inspector Kamada was in a meeting all day, so I spoke with Detective Kamihara instead. Is that so? Well, thanks for tracking someone down. Ayumi, what about you? Sure, well, I went to see the victim's family. The Sasaki family was very nice and welcoming. I felt like it was a good family home. And considering their terrible loss, they were so generous with their help. They really want to know what happened. It's just senseless, you know? Isuke wasn't in any sort of trouble. He was just a regular kid. It's just... Just what? Well, his family said that when he came home that night, he locked himself in his room. They said he'd never done anything like that before. They weren't sure what it was all about. He wasn't responding, so they were about to try unlocking the door, but at around 8 p.m. his mother heard a noise at the front door. She went to check and... Yumi. It was Isuke still wearing his school uniform, holding a telephone receiver. So he hadn't been in his room after all. He dropped the phone in surprise when he noticed her, then locked himself in his room for real. That's interesting. I wonder who he was talking to. Yeah, great question. His family didn't know. Anyhow, it seems like he snuck out again after that without his family noticing. And that's all I have for now. I'll keep digging. What in the world happened to this poor kid? You know, I've been digging into the cold case from 18 years ago a bit more, and I'm concerned. You see, the police never made all the details public, in particular the use of paper bags. Because he did mention that the one guy didn't know. Oh, so that's why Detective Kamihara didn't remember anything about it. So do you know why they withheld that information? Well, I have an idea, but it would be better to speak with Kamada himself about it. Understand. Regardless of the reason why, if the police didn't release those details at the time, and it seems a bit of a stretch to assume that the case is connected to the Smiling Man urban legend. But the legend almost has to be connected to the current case, doesn't it, in some way? Well, I don't think I need to... Well, I do think I need to fully understand the urban legend if I'm going to solve the case. You, specifically? Well, yes, I'm fascinated by the case of the Smiling Man, and I want to take a deeper dive into it. Now then, I'd like to have the two of you review what you've learned from today's research. You got it, shall we, Ben? Let's review. So we have a victim, Isuke Sasaki, who was found with a paper bag on his head with a smiley face on it. A series of similar crimes took place 18 years ago. 18 years ago. Yes, that's right. Precisely. The case from 18 years ago involved 3 murders. And the victims all had one thing in common. All of them were teenage girls. All of them were teenage girls. It's so terrible to think about. So the killer from 18 years ago was never caught, and the information about the paper bags was never made public, so only a handful of people know about it. The killer, the families of the victims, the police who were investigating, and whoever found the bodies. What does it all add up to? Do you have any thoughts based on the info so far? Well, I suppose what I can say at this stage is... Something seemed off about... I say this guy. There's something bugging me about Detective Kamihara. Really? I mean, it's just a feeling. Sounds like that's a wrap on our investigation for the day. Feels like comparing notes really helped. We're working together well. I agree. I'm counting on both of you. Alright, let's split up and continue the investigation tomorrow. I'll head to Suike's middle school and see what I can learn. I think I'll see what else I can get from the police. Excellent. Good luck out there. Jeez, how long is this demo? I mean, jeez. I thought it was gonna be just like the prologue or something. Okay, back to the police station. Thanks for taking the time to meet Inspector Kamada. Oh, Bits! Sorry, I wasn't available yesterday when you stopped by. It's alright, you're incredibly busy, but if you have a few minutes now... Yes, of course, you can ask me anything, but let's head to the back room first. Sounds good. So what's the latest on the investigation? Any more info on the victim? Well... I'm afraid we don't have much new info, but Forensics is still taking a look at that paper bag. Maybe I should have mentioned the paper bag, but it didn't really give me a phrase that would have worked with that. I heard that the paper bag itself seemed like it might have been old. Is that true? I really can't say until we get the results, but, well, we'll know soon enough. We're waiting on the results from Forensics about how old the paper bag is. This is just a difficult case. So they still don't know how old the paper bag is. Let's find out why they didn't tell anyone about it 18 years ago. I understand that you kept the paper bag a secret in previous case, is that right? That's right, I was in charge of the investigation and it was my call. I see. And we had a good reason, it was a big scandal anyway, but if all the bizarre details had leaked, well, it just seemed best not to rile folks up about the details. Could have slowed down our investigation. Trying not to rile folks up, Let's keep asking him important questions. I showed you the photo of the victim with the paper bag, right? If that got out to the public, there's a chance someone would try to copy it. My understanding is that we never caught the killer who committed those crimes 18 years ago, is that right? Yeah, still haunts me to this day. Hell, since that cat's out of the bag, let me share a few other shameful secrets with you. Please go on. Well, in addition to the 3 tragic unsolved murders, mind you, we worked that case hard. I didn't want to see any more lives lost on my watch. But something else slipped through our fingers. Oh? Yeah, we had a missing person, a young boy. That's important information, Kamada. Ah. His name was Makoto Kuze. Huh. Kuze, you said. Makoto Kuze, so are you saying... Yeah, it's exactly what you're thinking. He's Detective Kuze's older brother. Oh. 6 years older. He was 14 when he just disappeared. I personally suspect that he was murdered by the same person. It was a tremendous blow to my team. Ugh. Fortunately, we never did find another victim in a paper bag like that until now. Unfortunately, we never found poor Makoto either. To this day, he's considered a missing person, but I think it's possible, even likely, there's a connection. Didn't Inspector Kamada just say they didn't find any more bodies with paper bags on their heads after that? Does that mean that until Isuke was murdered, there had been no similar incidents for 18 years? That's interesting. No similar incidents for 18 years. So there weren't any other similar cases after Makoto's disappearance, other than this one. Ha, I see Mr. Hitsuki trained you well. That's right, since Makoto Kuze disappeared, we haven't seen any serial murders involving young girls. Ah. We're not sure why, but fortunately we haven't seen that sort of crime since then. Interesting. Let's keep asking important questions. For the record, there have been no new murder victims like this since Makoto Kuze went missing. Oh, there's another thing I should mention. We had a suspect at the time, but he disappeared shortly after the first murder. Right, after the first murder. Yeah, so there were 2 disappearances back then surrounding our case. It feels like everything is connected, but we still have a few missing pieces, you know? Do you have any more information about the man who went missing? I suppose so. It turns out that he knew the first victim from the serial girl murder case. They had apparently been meeting up frequently. Anyhow, the same day the body of the first victim was found, we found a disturbing amount of blood in the man's apartment. Oh. I was saying, oh, before he even said it. We thought that perhaps the man was injured in some kind of altercation relating to the murder. It's also possible that he himself is the killer, but he's still missing along with the truth. I'm afraid we weren't able to establish a connection between him and this series of murders. I still can't figure it out all these years later. The man's whereabouts and connection to the case both remain unknown. Achoo! Sniffle. Whoa! Sorry about that, it's a little dusty in here. Oh man, see these cold cases sitting in files, gathering dust over the years. 18 years is a lot of dust. I've been sifting through the archives for any information that might help us out with this case. Hence all the dust. So there were 2 missing people involved in the case 18 years ago. One was a man who apparently knew the victim. They found blood in his apartment after he disappeared. And the other is Detective Kuze's brother. Makoto Kuze has been missing this whole time. I wonder if Inspector Kamada ever met Detective Kuze as a child. I've known Detective Kuze since she was a kid, but I don't think she remembers much from those years. She sure has grown up, though. She's tough and sharp as a tack. Great detective. It's just what? I think Kuze is working a bit too hard. It feels like she's tense all the time, always pushing. It's probably because this case is personal to her and she wants to push a little harder for it. It's gotta be tough. A brother gone missing from a young age might be weighing on her. But what do I know? I'm no shrink. Let's keep asking important questions. Well, let's look at him. He has snot coming down his face. Should I tell him to grab a tissue for his nose? Still, okay. About Kuze. Kuze's already on this Sasaki case, as you know. She's the best we've got, reliable and always gives her all. Is it possible that Asuki was killed by the same person who killed the others 18 years ago? Well, we can't rule it out, but we should also consider the possibility of a copycat. However, since certain details about the crime were never made public, a copycat is pretty unlikely. Then there's the matter of the victims. Why target girls, and then a boy now? And there's one more critical difference. Do you know what it is? The victims were killed in a different manner. That's right, you seem to have a pretty good handle on this case already. As you said, the serial murders were committed barehanded, while Asuke was strangled with a cord. Of course, a killer could deviate from his modus operandi in the heat of the moment. We can't rule that out. And if we're chasing the same perp, he's now 18 years older than he was. Maybe his methods changed over time. I see. Could also be allergies, who knows? So if the paper bag might be the only common factor, it all seems like it's coming back to that Smiling Man urban legend. Come to think of it, has Inspector Kamada heard of the Smiling Man? By the way, are you familiar with the urban legend known as the Smiling Man? The Smiling Man, no. What the hell is that? Well, it relates to the paper bags you found on these victims, paper bags with smiley faces on them. A man with such a bag on his head would appear in front of a crying girl and threaten to give her a smile forever. The victims are said to be found in the same type of paper bag with a crude smiley face drawn on. Are you serious? That's a real urban legend? This Smiling Man thing, it sure does seem like those murders could have been the inspiration behind it. But you said that the information about the paper bags was never made public, right? That's right, it would have been irresponsible. But you know, there are a lot of people at a crime scene the paper bag thing could have leaked. I wouldn't rule out a connection. It could even be the reverse, that the killer was copying this legend. This whole thing is such a mess. Well, it's getting late, I should get back to the investigation. I should probably excuse myself as well. Let's head to the scene of the crime so I can take a look at the spot where the body was found. But first, is there anything I forgot to ask? There's just something about this case, though. She's heavily investigating. Look, obviously, I have to wonder if there's any connection from the cold case from 18 years ago. Well, I think I'll be on my way now unless there's anything else you can share with me. Let's see. Now that you mention it, you did speak with Kamihara extensively yesterday, didn't you? Yes, that's right. I know Detective Kuze is taking this case personally, and that, well, that might be putting a lot of pressure on him as her partner. Okay, maybe that's why he's been acting weird. What'd you think about Kamihara? Odd duck, isn't he? To say the least. But you know, he gets results. Kamihara is a pretty good detective after all. He's smart and he has good instincts. Terrible shot, though. Well, you must have seen how he gets with Detective Kuze, as in not well. Yeah. She ripped into him again yesterday while I was here. But at the end of the day, they may seem like opposite, but they're quite the duo. Yeah, believe it or not, Kamihara looks up to Kuze like a mentor. Meanwhile, Kuze is wound tighter than a coil. She needs that loose energy that Kamihara brings. Since the two of them started working together, Detective Kuze has really mellowed out. Credit where it's due. I think that's Kamihara's influence. Opposites attract, right? Kuze and Kamihara make a good team. What's wrong? I just remembered something else about Detective Kuze. What is it? Is it something funny? Oh, yeah, just a funny memory. It's about Kamehara. His aim was so bad at the shooting range. Kuze came to me directly and asked if I could ban him from carrying a firearm. Classic Kamehara. I suppose it's no laughing matter if you're out in the field with him, but... Well, that's that. Any more questions? Still can't believe Kuze came directly to me to ask if we could stop Kamehara from carrying a gun. I have to wonder if there's... Okay. Just making sure there's nothing else here. Let's see. Let's think. I think we got everything we can. Let's get going. Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Inspector Kamada. I should be on my way now. Sure thing. If you need anything else, just stop by. I will. Thank you. By the way, how old are you now, Bits? I'm 19, sir. So you wouldn't have heard about those previous murders at the time they were committed? No, sir. Just trying to learn everything I can now. Oh, that's good. You need to immerse yourself to try to understand. I'm glad to hear that you're approaching this investigation with the right attitude. Now I'm hopeful that you'll bring an outsider's perspective to it. Might be the key to our solve. Yes, sir. I'll do my best. Good. I'm counting on you. Yes, sir. Where are you headed next, by the way? Well, I was wondering if I could take another look at the crime scene. Do you mind? No, I'm afraid I can't let you do that. That's interesting. Just pulling your leg, rookie. You're a part of Itsugi Detective Agency, so you get full access. Oh, thank you. Some locations may be taped off, but you can ignore that. Go ahead and investigate. Just, yeah? Don't tell Kuze. Okay. It's interesting. Scene of the crime. Here's the pump station where Itsuki Sasasuke's body was found. I've got the green light from the Inspector Kamada. Time to check it out. The body was found around here. An early morning passerby saw him lying strangely on the ground and called the police. I'm sure that was a terrible shock. Why would anyone have passed by here? There's no one to talk to. Listen. It's a lonely place. There are warning signs here, one from the police and one from the water department. How long has the facility been here? I think Isuke's body was found in front of the fence. What a lonely place. I can't help but imagine him with that terrible paper bag on his head. Okay. Bush. The bushes seem normal. No signs of trampling or anything knocked over. Wait. Pump station. What's going on in here? I'm strangely intrigued. Okay, let's have a look around back. I didn't see anything out of place from the back of the pumping station, but there's a path leading up to the back side of the facility. So this isn't a dead end after all. I wonder if the person who found the body came through here as some kind of shortcut. I don't see anything else of interest. Still, it's pretty spooky. I almost feel like the Smiling Man is watching me from the shadows. Oh, dang. Who could have come here and done such a terrible thing to Usuke Sasaki? I don't think there's any more clues here. Let's take the bus back to the office. Just kind of want to make sure there's nothing else I can look at while I'm here. Oh, this bush. I don't see anything here that might be a clue. Alright. I guess let's get out of here. Just making sure there wasn't some kind of bonus thing. Let's see, the next bus is arriving in an hour. Oh no. It might be faster to walk back. Uh-oh. Is it Kuze? Nope. Kamihara. Hey, yo, boy detectives. Looks like you're working hard on our case. Thanks. Oh, Detective Kamihara. I should actually be thanking you. Oh, please. Anyway, what's up? Notice anything new? If you found something different, maybe thanks to your private investigator mindset, please let me know. I'm afraid I didn't find much. Well, let me know if you do find something, or if I can help in any way. Isn't he supposed to be one with the primary investigators? One of the primary investigators? I have an hour before the bus arrives. I'm on my way back to the station, but... Yeah. How's the investigation going on your side? Well, I'm kind of stalled out, but don't worry about me, boy detective. Anyway, if I find anything, I'll share the info with you. Oh, never mind. Huh? Have you noticed anything new here? Why is he staring at me so intensely? Well, boy detective. Yes? You got a haircut, didn't you? What? I didn't, but... Dang it. Usually that's what people are looking for when they ask if you've noticed something new. Oh boy. Something seems off about him. Haven't you heard of confidentiality? I can't actually share more info with you. Well, now he's acting like he knows what he's talking about. I wonder if he's always been this way. Are you waiting for a bus? You know, they don't come by very often. Yeah, I took a look at the schedule. Oof, I was actually just thinking how it would be faster to walk back to the office. Nah, you don't want to do that. You'd get all sweaty. Not a good look. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, I'd give you a ride if I could, but yeah. Is he being even stranger than he was yesterday? Seems like he's fidgeting an awful lot and looking at his car. Wait. Let me look at the car. Ah! Detective Kuze. Kami, we've got to go. Sorry, I'm getting called away. He approached me, but it seems like something is going on with him. I guess I shouldn't hold him up any longer. I think I'll just wait for the bus, but thanks for your concern. Gotcha, well take care then. See ya. I'm a young boy, so I wonder if I'm gonna be a target since I have to wait for the bus for a long time. I'm the only one waiting for a bus. Kind of lonely. I think I'll just sit tight and wait. There's only one bus per hour, and they stopped running pretty early. Okay. I guess there's no choice but to wait for the bus. How should I pass the time? Can't you just come pick me up? As if I ever say this, anything, if I'd ever say that to her for real. Detective Kamihara, please come back. Just kidding. That's funny. Huh? Oh, the battery seems pretty low. Now that I think of it, I don't remember charging the phone last night. Maybe I'll just wait until it's an emergency. I should have listened to Ayumi about this. The only waiting for the bus. It's kind of lonely. Who should I call? Oh, I can call a cab. I'll just dial 104 to get the operator to connect me. 104. I'm so smart for thinking about this. Cell phones are amazing. Thank you, Mitsuritsuki. Now's the time to use it. The battery can't just suddenly die, can it? Let's see. 1, 0. Ah! The battery's dead. Detective Kamihara is gone. It was good to hear that the backstory about him from Inspector Kamada. I know he can seem careless, but he's actually a fine detective. He's smart and he's got good instincts. Terrible shot, though. You must have seen how he gets on with Detective Kuze. As in, not well. But at the end of the day, they may seem like opposites, but they are quite a duo. Kuze is wound tighter than a coil. She needs that loose energy that Kamihara brings. Since the two of them started working together, Detective Kuze has really mellowed out. If he's sharing that about Kuze, maybe she's as hard on him as she is on Detective Kamihara. It's about Kamihara. His aim was always so bad at the shooting range. Kuze came to me directly and asked if I could ban him from carrying a firearm. I suppose it's no laughing matter if you're out in the field with him. I'm sure Kuze and Kamihara have a good working relationship. She does seem to be yelling at him every time I see them together, though. Maybe yelling is their love language. Still thinking, but hardly any time has passed. I don't know what to do. At this hour, it might be hard to find a taxi. I guess I have to wait for the bus. Unless... I can't let this discourage me. There's gotta be another way to call a taxi. Is there like a payphone? I can do this probably. Okay, let's call a cab. I'll just use my mysterious powers. Close my eyes and... oh god, no. So my taxi with my mind. I mean, it's worked before, that one time when I wished we'd have another sunny day. Is that the sound of a car approaching? I can feel it. I can feel it. Come on, universe, send a cab to a PI in need. Come on. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Huh? Did I really just summon a taxi? Hop in, you're heading to the station, right? Oh? That's kind of suspicious. Come on, hop in. Okay. No time to think. Are you sure about this? Don't you have someone else to pick up or something? No, I'm here to pick you up. Me? Really? You're here to pick me up specifically? Yeah, boss called me and said I had a fare out waiting at this bus stop. You're saying you didn't call me? The inside of the taxi smells a bit odd. It's just the taxi driver. He's got some sort of charm. The inside of the taxi smells a bit odd. Okay. Could it have been Detective Kamihara? Thank you for calling a cab for me. Dice, it was really helpful. Oh, hey. Yeah, what is it? Did you know that the cops found a body not too far from where I picked you up? Yeah, I heard about that. Hell of a thing for a kid to get killed in a place like that, huh? I mean, maybe the killer figured they could count on the place to be deserted, you know? I heard a rumor that a kid was killed somewhere around here the other night. Word travels fast. Yeah, something crazy like that, you know? People are gonna talk. I guess that kid was in middle school. Poor guy. Yeah. So what were you doing there anyway? Are you some kind of police detective or something? Not exactly, I am how do you put it? Come on, son, you look like you're in high school, aren't you? Hey! I drive past all the time for work. But I never picked anyone up there. So I gotta ask, what were you up to? I just had some business to attend to. Nothing serious. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pry. He often drives by this area for work. You said you drive through this area often. Yeah, I do actually. I was actually out here the night before last, probably around 10 p.m. So right after the murder. So he may have picked up somebody. We haven't ruled out that someone driving by may have seen something. It's right next to the road. Maybe the driver saw something. Did you see anything noteworthy when you drove through here this area the other night? Anything noteworthy? Yes, anything at all that could help. Let me think. Let's talk to the driver. Let's see. Maybe there was something. Oh, right, I almost forgot. What is it? I saw a motorcycle parked there the other night. Motorcycle? A motorcycle, huh? I'm positive that I saw a motorcycle parked over there the other night around 10 p.m. I'm sure of it. Oh. Yeah, it was a nice-looking bike. But, I'm guessing the rider was just, you know, making a pit stop. A pit stop? Why there? Bathroom break, kid. You ever see a bike on the side of the road? The rider is probably taking a piss. He's pretty confident about this interpretation. Yeah, there was a motorcycle parked right there. Well, I definitely didn't see any kids out here. I see it all the time, nothing else to say except I'm dang sure the driver stopped there to pee. So there was a motorcycle parked at the crime scene around 10 p.m. on the night of the murder. It's concerning to say the least. And if the killer was riding a motorcycle, then they must have killed Isuki there. I can't imagine transporting a body on a motorcycle. I think it's most likely that Isuki was killed at the pump station, but why was a motorcycle parked there? Because they saw Isuki's body. No, it can't be. It's pretty dark there at night, so if the motorcyclist was just passing by, it seems unlikely they noticed Isuki lying far back from the road. Plus, wasn't the person who called in the murder there early in the morning? Yeah, maybe the driver is right after all. Maybe the driver's right. Hey, so I gotta ask, why does it feel like I'm being interviewed by a detective? Yeah. I mean, you're in high school, right? Well, I'm actually sort of in a detective club. We like to investigate anything strange that happens in town. Why didn't I just tell him I'm a PI? Well, hey, it sounds kind of fun. Yeah, it's all fun and games. You didn't happen to see anything else the night before last, did you? Nah, don't think so. I suppose it's not that what you're looking for, but I do have a story if you want to hear it. Let's hear it. Well, you know how I told you that I got a call about a fare out at the bus stop? Oh, when they said there was a young man out there waiting for me, I got nervous. What? See, you'd be surprised how often we get calls from... Calls from who? I don't know, like phantom calls from another world. You show up and there's no one there. It's creepy. That is creepy. Ah. You were hanging out near where the boy was murdered, right? So yeah, if I had gotten the call to pick you up at night, I might have just faked being sick or something. I know, it's kinda unprofessional. Anyway, thought you might want to know. Sorry if I wasted your time. Alright, let's get you to where you're going. Sure. Interesting. Yo, I'm going to Ushio's house. You want to come? He's got a Ballistic Quest 4, doesn't he? Or Basilisk Quest 4. Heck yeah, I'm in. Let's slay some basilinks. Okay, Minamimi Daison Junior High. Hey, Yumi. Middle school boys are so energetic. I'm here to talk to kids in Minami Daison Junior High, where Isuke Sasaki was a student. Oh, wait up! I'm coming too. Why are you leaving without me? Huh? So cute! Oh. Excuse me, miss, can I help you? What can Minamami Daison Junior High do for you? Oh, hello. Oh, so you kind of play as both of these people. Are you sure your friends left without you? Yeah, I'm okay. I should help people in need, right? I mean, that's what my mom says and all my teachers. Is that so? Well, thank you. Not that I'm in need, necessarily. Let's hear what he has to say. Okay, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Are you sure you're okay with that? Yeah, ask me anything. I'll never say no to a nice woman. That's what my dad always says anyway. Anyway, I'm only in my first year here, but I know a lot. Ask away. First year, well, you seem like you got it figured out. Like I said, I'll never say no to a nice woman. Alright guys, I think that I'm going to call it for the demo. I think this demo goes all the way through Chapter 2, but I'm gonna call it here. It's already been over an hour. It's a lot longer demo than I thought. And I did look, and this game did come out like a week or two ago. So if you're interested in me picking the game up and doing a full playthrough of it, because I am interested, I am tempted to get it, let me know, and I'll definitely consider it. But thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think of the game, and if you haven't played it or seen a playthrough of it, give me some ideas of what you think's gonna happen. But until then, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!